Greetings and welcome to another new series of Let's Play Tropico 4 Modern Times campaign. Alright, so after taking a year off, or a week in Tropico time, I think it's time to continue the Tropico 4 series into the next campaign, which is Modern Times.
I go on vacation for a year, and the whole world goes down the drain. This is what happens when you leave Penultimo at the helm. Not that it is entirely his fault. I am certain that the so-called superpowers are to blame as well. There is a worldwide crisis on the loose. Wars and armed clashes around the world, riots and protests in Europe, the stock markets are about to crash, banks are going bankrupt, and on top of that, there is a shortage of food. It's the end of the world as we know it. Time for me to step in and bring an end to this crisis. First step, Tropico. After that, the world.
Indeed. Well, let's get right on that. Alright, developers probably fine. Communist rebellion, administrator, diplomatic, not working. I'll just keep these. Let's just dive in. World in crisis. It's the end of the world as we know it. War in the Middle East. That's not news. Riots and pillaging in London. Right. We get it. The world is a mess. And this music is nice, but...
In a world going down, we are looking up. When everyone thinks it's time for caution, it's time for action. Dream with me, my fellow citizens of the world. Dream big!
Well, eventually.
Thank God you are here, Presidente. We have a crisis that even I, your fanatically loyal and adequately competent advisor, cannot resolve.
I tried keeping things just as you left them, but the nation of Tropico always manages to stumble into one type of crisis or another. We had some rebels making trouble, and I, having learned from the best, decided to starve them out by burning all the farms that supplied them. That worked, to a point. Now we have no rebels, but also no food in our bellies. We need your enlightened leadership, Presidente. Alright, so we need 6 food-producing buildings.
This is TNT. I am your ever-trustworthy host, Penultimo, and sitting right next to me is my charming co-host, Sunny.
Hi, love you all.
Stay tuned for some good news, because there is no bad news in Tropico.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. Anyway, so corn is relatively well available. By the looks of things, papaya, pineapple. Right now we just need food. So let's focus on that. Food-wise, no, that's the wrong overlay. Natural resources. What about pastures? Pastures are a bit trickier. Kinda want to keep them close to the city, but we'll have to make do. Alright. Let's start with the basics. A ministry. Actually, let's build a road first. It's truly refreshing to be back in Tropico. After a well-deserved vacation to a land of brothers. Another prison. Darn it. I can't have forgotten how to play this game already. Alright, ministry. And since it's free, might as well get a foreign office as well. Alright, food. We need food. Oh, well. Let's just set up the farms close by. Fisherman's Wharf. Just to make sure that the food supply is a little bit varied. It's not necessary for the mission, but oh well. And some ranches. And let's make a little bit of a road out here. Alright, cattle farms. Alright, so that's taken care of. Now let's think about actually making some money. There's no iron, there's no bauxite, there is some gold, but that's a very small amount. We have salt, we have oil deposits in the sea, fishing, logging, and pastures. Alright. Trade-wise, I can get decent amount for llama wool. I guess I'll invest in that. Coffee is also a good idea. Industry is still a bit early for that. I'll save the gold mine. Whoops.
I am sure you remember me, Presidente. I am the UN Inspector Brunhilde van Hoof, and it is my official duty to help you get through the crisis.
Oh boy.
Unofficially, I have the pleasant task of making you miserable, just like old times.
This here is my panic meter, and I'm going to use it to keep track of the escalation in the state of panic among the Tropican citizens. Each month I'm going to raise it according to my to the gathered sociological data and my whims. Mostly my whims. I'm afraid that when it reaches 100% civil unrest will ensue in one form or another. Afterwards, if Tropico survives, I will reset the counter to 0% and start over. Alright, let's try not to get going on that. Do I have any people? I have some people. I really need more housing though. And this road is inefficient. Alright, let's just focus on getting the initial buildings done. I mean, getting the corn farms is nice, but it's not much more than a stopgap solution. Alright, the panic will keep going up. I need money. Alright, can I produce any coffee? Looks like I can. The richest is over here. And this is closer. Alright, now. Alright, come on. Alright, the corn is growing. Now I could just use some money.
Check out the news, Presidente. A large part of the world is even hungrier than we are.
The world is hungry. Record losses of crops. Locust swarms in Africa. all these recent headlines from the foreign press, we should help all these starving foreigners and make a good profit while doing so. Food products will be in high demand in the years to come, and their prices will skyrocket. As soon as we produce enough food to feed our own population, we should start exporting and feeding the world. How altruistic of you. Price of banana. Yeah. The coffee will help. And as soon as I get to it, I probably will build some llama farms. Now, the new mechanic in the Modern Times campaign that I haven't showed off yet is the timeline, which basically unlocks new buildings as time progresses, but also unleashes certain events upon the world. I'm not entirely sure how far we will get through this, but here you have an idea of what could potentially be unlocked. Alright, let's get a defense minister. You'll do. Alright, I need another tenement, because not having one is just too painful. Too few housing. Alright, there's the next ship coming in. Alright, no exports. But beef is going up. 8 new immigrants, alright, that's good. That should ensure that at least some of my farms will stay operational. Alright, bird flu scare. The commodity prices of beef and smoked beef increase another 50%. Goat's cheese. Yeah, I really need to invest in some more pasture structures. Let's get some goats. The ranches are good for this because they require so few people to actually work in them. And let's also expand into llamas. Let's make sure that they're not too close together to not completely ruin the entire grazing grounds up here. And might as well put a garage down. Alright. I have some people working there. Do I have anyone that's good enough for any of these positions yet? No, didn't think so. Alright. Let's make sure people have access to food. I have no unemployed people. Right now I just need things to finish building. So let's wait on that. And we'll probably also need a garage over here. Alright, I will initiate the social security to ensure that everyone can live in a place. Some people are protesting.
Muy buenas.
What is it now?
Oh, I already dealt with that. Alright, can I get the humanitarian aid? Alright, that will help. Alright, pineapple, 8 more immigrants. For now there's no point in building more stuff because it will not get finished for a while. Right, panic meter is still going up. Right, you're focusing on the ranch. That's actually fine. Papaya has increased.
¿Qué necesita?
Alright. You barely started as a bureaucrat.
Buenos días. ¿Sí?
This is gonna take a while. Alright, what people do I have on the island with any trading? Not that much. But that's alright. For now I don't really need that many important people.
Presidente, the workers are organizing themselves for a series of strikes and protests against the crisis. Why they think this will help us resolve said crisis, I quite honestly don't know.
I blame the foreign media influence for this, filling their heads with tall tales about free speech, public demonstrations and whatnot. We should construct a newspaper of our own to counter this. The panic meter will be reset, protests will stop. Well, might as well try. I will curtail how many people can work in there though. Because all my college educated people are currently in the foreign office and I kinda need them there.
Some of our
I'll
workers
pay for
are
that.
on strike.
Alright, just keep working, please.
As time progresses, new and advanced buildings become available, Presidente. I present to you my plans for the new Tropico chain of stores that will replace the old marketplaces as our main food distribution buildings.
Construct a supermarket. The panic meter will be reset. 10,000 Swiss bank account. Alright, well, I'll think about that.
I know your life is hard, but what
Alright,
about
that's
life of El Presidente?
has
Do you know
supplanted
he gets
the
no salary at all? That he works for free without holidays? What if he goes on strike? What will happen to Tropico then?
This has completely replaced the old market building with the supermarket, which is kind of fine. I'll just cancel this and plonk down the supermarket. Again, not immediately the most useful building to build, but it's a start. Now the supermarket works pretty much as you would expect any market to work. Alright, panic meter has gone down. But it will start shooting up again. Right, we've sufficed the requirement. Alright. No one for the interior, no education yet. Do I have any surplus people? Not much. Alright, let's get some entertainment going. Since I still have to
¿Qué
wait
necesita?
for their skills to increase. But it does me no good to get rebellions. This has a low priority. Just finish building all the ranches and stuff.
Buenas tardes.
Talk fast, I don't have all day.
Alright, 8 more immigrants. That'll help.
Well done, Presidente. With the surplus food Tropico produced in the recent months, you managed to put an end to the food scare panic. However, even fed, the population is more scared than ever.
The world is supposed to end next month, or during the winter solstice, or very soon afterwards. In any case, the foreign media is abuzz with such dire predictions, and Tropican citizens are acting even more stupid than usual. We should counter this with optimistic journalism of our own. Otherwise, with that Brunhilde woman escalating the panic, I fear we may have to face an uprising. Yeah, well, I'm not that worried yet. For now we're making bank anyway, so it's all works out in the end. Don't really want to build another journalism building. But anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.